Okay, so for lower secondary math, right, last lesson we did something called money exchange. We did something called the compound interest. We did something called simple interest. And the homework was what? Profit and loss, right? Yeah. So the profit and loss, I hope that you all got do a little bit lah, right or not? All right, if not, then give homework, then nobody do. So weird. All right, so profit and loss, shall we go and take a look at those questions? I give the answers also. So now I'm going to give you the solution. Okay? So things that you need, you've seen this so many times already. Okay, come. The first question about Rachel. Can you see this? All right, this for those who just came in for this lesson, right? Last week you never come, right? This lesson, question 5 is from the previous lesson. All right, this is the homework that I gave the class last week. All right, so if you do not have the worksheet, don't worry so much. Just listen. Okay, just listen. Don't worry. All right, if you want to find the worksheet, it's actually in the previous week's the class prerequisite. You can actually go and download the worksheet, and question 5 is supposed to be the homework. Okay. Okay, so come, let's take a look at this. Rachel made a profit of 15% by selling a rice cooker. So she already, right? Already make a 15% profit already by selling it at $147.20. So this 147 is already inclusive of what? Include the what? Profit already. Okay. So the actual price of the rice cooker is 100%. If there's a profit being made, right, so you must immediately write out what? You must immediately write out 100% is actually the actual price of the rice cooker, right? There's a profit of 15%. Means that what? You're selling the what? You're selling the rice cooker at 115%. All right, you're selling it at 115%. All right, so 115% is what you're selling it, and you sold it at $147.20. Isn't these two numbers the same? Yes, they are actually the same. All right, so you have to compare the percentage to the dollar. This is like primary school, right? Primary school math, right? I know. So always look for what? Always look for 1% first. So 115, how do you get to 1? You take 147.20 cents, divide by 115. All right, that will give you a what? Press your calculator, you should get $1.28. Question is looking for what? Profit. Question is only looking for profit. So profit is supposed to be 15%. Just go and find the 15%. Don't think so much. All right, so $1.28 times 15. That will give you an answer of $19.20. This is what I given you that time, right? All right, so they are looking for profit. Just go and find the profit. Is that okay? All right, for those who have done the homework, all right, this is the work solution. All right, that time I believe I given you the answers already. Can? Okay, come, let's move on. Question B, Sarah. All right, Sarah bought an antique bowl for $800. All right, $800. She sold it at a profit of what? 350%. The profit itself is 350%. That's just pure profit. Antique what? All right. So find the selling price of the bowl. So in the beginning, right, $800. This $800 represent what? It represents the cost of the bowl. The cost is usually at 100%. All right. So you can say that 100% represents what? 100% represents $800. Find 1% first. Can? So divide by 100, divide by 100. 800 divided by 100 is $8. Is that okay? Okay. Then how? She sold it at a profit of 350%. So actually, right, you can find what? The cost is 100%. There is a 350% profit on top of it. So actually, you can immediately find 450%. This is called the selling price. All right. So 100% is like the cost. On top of the cost, she made a profit. Profit is a add-on what? So it's a plus 350. Wow, she's selling it at 450%. My goodness. All right. So $8 times 450, that will be the price of the antique. In this case, will be $3,600. Can you see that? All right. Some of you say, hey, I want to find the profit first. Sure. Go and find the 350%. All right, 350% means what? 350 times 8, 2008 lah. That's the pure profit lah. 2008 plus the $800, All right, that's the cost. You have to cover the cost, 3,006. Isn't it the same answer? It's the same answer. Is it okay? All right, so all these are easy question, easy. Let's move on. If a shopkeeper makes a loss of 6%, where got people make a loss one? So actually, if you sell it at 100%, it's still okay. But if you lose 6%, means what? If you lose 6%, all right, minus 6%, means that you are selling it at 94%. Right, selling at 94%. Can you see? So you are selling it at 94%. And look at the question. By selling a pair of headphones at $1175. So if the shopkeeper sell it at $1175, he's already making a loss. All right. If he's selling at $1175, he's already making a loss. Means that he's selling at 94%. All right, instead of the 100%. So this 94% is like the selling. Compare with the selling of 1175. Can you see or not? You must compare the same item with the same item. Selling with selling. You can find 1% here. How to find 1%? 1175 divided by 94. And that will give you an answer of $12.50. Question say what? Instead of selling at a loss, right? Why not make a profit? How much must he sell the headphone to make a profit of 10%? So 100% is like the cost. He must cover his 100%. On top of it, he must earn an additional 10%. So immediately, can we go and find 110%? We can. All right. So $12.50 times your 110. That will be the answer, which in this case will be 1375. Can you see that? All right, this is the answer which I given you that time also. Is it okay? All right. So instead of selling at a loss, he sell it at a profit, means you have to plus another 10. So just immediately go and find 110%. That will do. That's a faster way. One more question as your homework, question 5D. So here, read the question carefully, this one. The cost price of a watch is this amount. This is the cost price. All right, this is the cost price. Okay, so the cost price is usually at 100%. Okay, you're supposed to find the mark price. So what's the meaning of mark? To me, right, the meaning of mark price is the what? Is the display price. Is the display price. All right. For instance, you go to any of the shopping center, right? You see the television. Okay, this television is $2,300. That's called the display price. That's called the mark price. All right. So the cost price is 297.50 cents. You're supposed to find the mark price, means the display price of the watch, if after allowing a discount of 12.5% off the mark price, a profit of 20% can still be made on the cost price. Can you see or not? So there are two items down here. One is talking about the cost price. One is talking about the mark price. So you have to be careful. All right. So the profit, right? You you want to earn a profit of 20%. Okay. The cost is $297.50. All right. This 100% is the cost price. Okay. Cost 100% represents $297.50. I want to earn a profit of 20%. I don't care. I want to earn a 20% on my cost price. Can you see or not? Question says that. So I purposely go and find what is 20% first. What is the 20%? The profit 20% is how much? 100%, how to get to 20? 100 can simply divide by 5 here to give you a 20 faster. If you divide by 5 on one side, remember to divide by 5 on the other side. So 297.5 divided by 5, that will give you a $59.50. All right, $59.50. So this is the what? This is the profit that I want to make. All right, I want to get this profit. All right, so how much must I be selling the headphone? How much must I be able to get this 59.50? All right, so 120%, right, will simply be 297.50 cents plus your $59.50. Okay, so this amount is I want to get I don't care. After the discount, I want to get this amount back. So I want to get 357 back. Can you see? All right. So this 357 is I must get at the end of the day. I don't care. So this one, right, is what we call the what? The discounted price. How come? Because customers lah, when they go to the shop, they see the display price. They see the mark price or the display price. Oh, so expensive. Can give me a bit of discount or not? Right. So the customer asks for a what? 12.5% discount. Can you see that? But after giving a 12.5% discount, I still want to get my 357. That's the idea here. Can you see that? So 357 is actually my discounted price. So you must think like a real situation here. All right, you must think like a real situation here whereby what? Whereby you go to a shop, you see a display price, and you don't want to pay for the full price. So you say, hey, I want to be given a discount. So the shopkeeper say, okay, I give you a 12.5% discount. But do you know that after giving you the 12.5%, they still make money? Do you know that? They still make money? They have to. All right. So they give you a discount just to what? Just to let you be more willing to buy the product. But actually, on top of that, they already make money already. So after they give you a 12.5%, they still make a what? A profit of, let's say, for this case, 20% on the cost price. Can you see not? So this $357 is actually what we call the discounted price. You must know that. Okay. So in this case, right, you have to look at the second layer. So now, mark price, there's something called the mark price. The mark price is also actually 100%. Now here is actually 100%. All right, that's the display price. Hey, the shopkeeper give me a discount. Wow, the shopkeeper give me a discount of what? A discount of 12.5%. Okay, that means, right, that means the discounted price will be how much? That means the discounted price will be, I take 100% minus 12.5. That will be a 87.5%. All right, this is your discounted price. Hey, discounted price compared with discounted price. That means that these two are the same thing. So you can easily say that 87.5%, that's your discounted price, is actually the same as 357, which is the discounted price in dollar. One is in percentage, one is in dollar format. Go and find 1%. Okay, 1% will be what? 357 divided by 87.5. And therefore, you should have 357 divided by 87.5. You get a what? $4.08. Question is looking for what? Question is looking for the mark price. Find the mark price. Mark price is at 100%. All right, so you must take your $4.08 times 100. And therefore, wow, this headphone expensive. $408. That's your answer. Can you see? So this type of question, you must understand what is happening. Actually, this is a fact just to let you know. All right. So you go to any shop, they say got discount. Okay. But after minusing the discount, right, that's called the discounted price. The shopkeeper is actually profiting already. All right. The shopkeeper is actually profiting already, even though they give you the discount. Can you see that? All right. So you must be able to understand this. They have to earn a profit. If not, what will happen? If not, then the shop will close down. The shop closed down, what will happen? Then you will not be able to buy that particular item. Can you see or not? All right. So they have to survive by earning some money from you also. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can understand what is happening. So moving on to today's work. Something is called hired purchase here. All right. Something's called hired purchase here is actually linked to our previous lesson. All right. Previous lesson, we talked about something called simple interest. Interest means the extra that is being charged to you. All right. So this word hired purchase is something like that. Just imagine. All right. I want to buy a car. All right. So Bern, that's me. Bern want to buy a car. Okay. So I want to buy a car. Do I have the money to buy this car? Okay. Let's check the price of this car first. This car, let's say, is $90,000. Very expensive. All right. If I have $90,000, nah. I give you $90,000. Okay. Settled. I get a car. The car is mine 100%. But who got $90,000 to take out like that? Who? Maybe you have, I don't have. Okay. So what do I do? All right. So I will do something called I will borrow money from the bank. But before that, right, some laws in the country, like Singapore law, you have to pay a percentage of the car, a deposit, a down payment before you can bring the car home. So for instance, I pay a 20% down payment, 20% deposit or down payment to the car dealer. So what's 20%? 20% times 90,000 is equal to 18,000. All right. So I pay $18,000 to the car dealer so that I can bring the car to drive. All right. But what's the remaining amount? All right. The remaining amount of what? The remaining of 90,000 minus 18,000. What happened? You mean the car dealer just let me bring the car back to drive, meh? Of course not, right? So I have to take my credit card out. All right, I have to take my credit card out and I swipe. I take this credit card, I swipe 72,000. All right. When I swipe the credit card, what does it mean? It actually means that I owe the bank. I owe the bank. For instance, UOB Bank. All right. So I take out my credit card, I swipe $72,000 through my bank. All right. So the bank say, okay, I will lend you the 72,000. So the bank immediately pay the car dealer the $72,000. Can you see or not? So once again, the car is 90,000. I got to pay a deposit. I got to pay a down payment of $18,000. But the car dealer is not going to let me drive the car because I pay only $18,000. So how? I use my credit card and I swap. I swap what? I swap $72,000. So the bank will pay the car dealer $72,000. Means that what? I do not owe the car dealer anything. How come? Because the car dealer received his 90,000. 18,000 as the deposit, 72,000 from my bank. Can you see or not? So the car dealer let me take back the car. Happy? Happy. But what happened? I owe the bank now. Now I owe the bank how much? 72,000? Yes, but your bank, the bank, is it yours? No, right? The bank is another business. The bank will charge you something called interest. Can you see? So that's why the interest, right, will be brought up here. All right. So for instance, the bank, right, the rate is what? Let's say I don't know, 5%. All right. And the time, right? The time is how much? The time, let's say I borrow for 7 years. Whoa, lucky this one is simple interest. Do you still remember how to calculate simple interest? I is equal to P R T over 100, remember? So the interest, the extra that I have to pay the bank is how much? Wow, it's 25,200. Can you see or not? This is the extra. So it links back to the previous lesson, something called simple interest. So what is happening is, I want to buy this car. The car is 90,000. I give the car dealer 18,000. Not enough. Credit card swap. The bank will pay the car dealer 72,000. I owe the bank 72,000, but the bank is not my friend. The bank will charge me something called interest of what? Interest of 25,200. So how much do I owe the bank? I owe the bank 25,200. That's the interest plus the 72,000 that I owe the bank. Whoa, 97,200. I owe the bank in total 97,200. And luckily the bank say, okay, I can pay by installment over the 7 years. Installment means what? Every month you pay a fixed amount of money. 1 year got 12 months. 7 years got 84. 12 times 7, 84. So I take this amount, right, divide by 84. So every month I got to pay $1,157 for the next 7 years. Can you see? All right. I have to pay $1,157 for the next 7 years. And if one time, right, I failed to pay the amount, what will happen? All right. The bank will probably give me some warning. All right. Hey, must pay up, must pay up. But a few times I never pay. You know what happened? The car actually belongs to the bank still. All right. Until you make the final payment, then the car belongs to you. If not, the car will belong to the bank. So if you never make payment, the bank will take the car and they will try to sell it to try to pay up for the amount that we have owed. Can you see that? All right. So such things do happen. All right. So you know what UOB stand for? United Overseas Bank, right? Also stand for UO Bank. Okay, that's not important. So hopefully you know what's the meaning of hired purchase, whereby you have to talk about something called deposit, down payment, and something talk about monthly installment. All these are linked up. So what is the hired purchase of the car? The meaning of hired purchase means everything add up together. So how much do I owe the bank? I owe the bank 25,200. That is the interest. I also owe the bank 72,000. That is the initial amount. All right. I owe the bank in total 97,200. 97,200. This amount is excluding my deposit. I have to plus back. 18,000. Wow, the car actually is $90,000. Now it becomes what? 115,200. How come the extra? Because of the interest, no? Can you see? All right, so that is the hired purchase of the car. The hired purchase is 115,200, means everything add up together, all the costs add up together. All right, so at least have a basic idea. I hope that this example will give you a basic idea. Let's take a look at Winnie the Pooh. Winnie bought a honey truck for by hired purchase. The cash price of the truck is 83,500. If you got 83,500, bam, give you. I take the whole truck. All right, but Winnie don't have the money. So Winnie paid $9,500 as a deposit. And the rest by monthly installment for 9 1/4 years. All right, 9 1/4 years can be written as what? 9.25 years. Can? 1/4 is 0.251. Okay, just to write for fun. The bank charges an interest of 2.8% per annum. Wow, luckily they never use the word compound. If they use the word compounded, last lesson I told you, right, compounded will be more. So luckily they never use the word compound. So if they never use, it's always simple interest. If the first month installment is 843, you're supposed to find the monthly installment for the remaining months. Okay, let's go and find out how much Winnie have to pay first. Okay, I missed one question. Okay, I think I skipped. All right, so down here, the first question is calculate the total interest he had to pay. All right, calculate the interest he had to pay. So down here, how to find interest? Luckily, as I say, it's simple interest. So I is equal to what? PRT over 100. What is the principal? Is it 83,500? Stop. Remember, he already put a deposit of 9,500. He never borrowed 83,500 from the bank. So how much did he borrow? So you can simply just take your 83,500 minus off your 9,500 because he already paid this down payment. He already paid this deposit to the car dealer already. All right, he already paid. So he still owes the bank $74,000. All right, this one he still owe the bank. All right, he owe the bank. All right, he's going to borrow $74,000 from the bank. All right, again, the bank is a business, right? It's not going to lend you money for free. So he's going to charge you an interest, right? The principal amount is 74,000. The interest is 2.8%, means 2.8 over 100. And the time is 9.25 years. All right, remember for time in simple interest, it must be in years format. The last lesson, I told you this already. So what you do? You press everything in your calculator. 74,000 times 2.8 times 9.25. Divide by 100. And the interest alone is $19,166. This is your answer. Because question is asking about the simple interest alone. Okay, this is just purely interest, the extra money that you got to pay. Can you see? So if the question never use the word compound, it's always simple interest. Trust me on that. All right. So with this interest, right, what happens? All right. They say that the first monthly installment is 843. Okay, but wait. How much do you owe the bank in total? Right. Total owe. Right. Total owe bank. All right. Is how much? Remember the interest? The interest is what? 19,166. But not forgetting you still owe the bank what? This one, 74,000, you still have to pay back your 74,000, of course, right? Right, you owe the bank 74,000. That is on top. Then on top of that, you still have to pay the interest. So total you owe the bank is how much? Plus 74,000. So total you owe the bank is $93,166. And this 93,166, you must what? You must spread it out among how many years? 9.25 years. Hey, but you're calculating on a monthly installment, right? Okay. 9.25 years, how to make it to months? 9.25 times 12. 1 year got 12 months. 9.25 leh? 9.25 times 12. 111 months. Okay. So in total, you have to pay over 111 months. This total amount. Hey, but the question did say the very first month, right? The very first month, I pay what? 843. The very first month, I pay 843. So how? 93,166 must minus my very first month first. All right. Then this remaining amount, 93,166 minus 843, This remaining amount of 92,323, I need to spread among how many months? Remember, it's 111 months, but the first month is down here already. So you need to distribute your 92,323 across 110 months. All right, so you divide by 110. And every month you got to pay $839.30. That's the answer. Can you see? All right, so you must be able to understand what's the meaning of the monthly installment. Means the first month you got to pay $843. The next month you got to pay $839.30. The third month you got to pay $839.30 until what? Until you fulfill everything. All right, until you pay fully the 110 months. Can you see? All right, so this is something called hired purchase, whereby you borrow money from the bank to buy something, a big item like house or maybe a car and all this. All right, but before that, you must pay a deposit first. Okay, and the amount that is owed to the bank, remember the bank is not your friend. The bank will charge you interest, extra money. All right, if not, there's no point borrowing you money. Can? All right, so that is the meaning of hired purchase down here. So moving on to question 2. Question 2 is also something to do with hired purchase, just to make sure you understand what is happening. So down here we have kangaroo. Kangaroo is who? Do you know? Kangaroo lah. You got watch Winnie the Pooh or not? Anyway, kangaroo is a lady, I think. She bought a necklace by hired purchase, okay? The cash price of the necklace was 22,500. That's the actual price. If you got 22,500, nah, give it to you. But she don't have. So how? She had to pay by something called hired purchase. She paid a deposit of 20%. This 20% deposit is what? Of the cash price. All right. So 20% off means times the cash price is 22,500. Can you see? That's just the deposit. So 20% means what? 20 over 100 lah. You can do that times the cash price of 22,500. Press your calculator. Okay, you should be able to get a number like this. 4,500. So what is 4,500? This is what I call the deposit already. This is called the deposit. Is that okay? Right, it means that she paid 4,500 upfront. But remember, she still have to swap the credit card to pay the remaining. Okay, so let's move on. So the deposit that kangaroo has to pay is 4,500. So after she paid the 4,500, happy, she swapped the credit card, yes, then she can wear her necklace. Question asking, what is the total hired purchase? Okay, wait. She paid what? She paid 4,500 already, but she borrowed some money from the bank. All right, so how much she borrowed? So 22,500 is the price of the necklace minus 4,500. All right, 22,500 minus 4,500. Oh, she borrowed 18,000 from the bank. All right, from bank, old bank. Okay, and the bank, right, says what? The bank got say this portion that she pays what? 24 monthly installment of $810. Could you go back to A, please? Wait. Oh, A down here. Oh, yeah, kangaroo. Can. Deposit. Celestia? All right, you copy? Can? I drink water. Just now I see I want to drink water until now I haven't drink it. So 20% is the deposit. Okay, thanks. No problem. All right, so after paying the 20% deposit of 4,500, okay, she still owe the bank what? 18,000. So the bank is not going to be her friend. All right, so this 18,000, right, the bank will obviously charge interest on it. Okay, how much interest? I don't know. Don't panic. Look, she has to pay 24 monthly installment of $810. Means every month she got to pay $810. 24 months, leh? So 24 times $810. That will be 19,440. But she only borrows 18,000. How come I must pay this amount? Oh, that's the interest lah. So the extra, right? Can you see there's an extra down here? Can you see that there's extra down here? There's an extra of how much? 19,440 minus 18,000. There's an extra of 1,440. And this extra is called what? Interest lah. As I say, the bank is not your friend. All right, the bank will charge you something called interest in order to get something more from you. Understand or not? Okay? So what's the question asking for? What is the total hired purchase? Means that the total price that Kanga got to pay. Everything, which includes the interest, which includes the amount that she owes the bank, which includes the deposit. So Kanga got to pay how much? You can say hired purchase price is equal to, all right, she already paid a deposit of 4,500. Deposit, she already paid. She owes the bank 18,000. She owes the bank extra of 1,440. So the total that she owes the bank is how much? I mean, she owes, as in the hired purchase of everything will be 20 over 1,000. Yes, will be 23,940. Can you see not? If you got 22,500, nah, give it to you. All right, but not everybody got $22,500 like that. So we borrow from the bank, we have to pay a little bit more. So the a little bit more, including the interest, is called the total hired purchase. All right, so it's always more than this initial price down here. All right, so hopefully you better understand what is the meaning, what is this term called hired purchase. All right, in future you will definitely use something called a hired purchase, definitely. All right, maybe you want to buy a laptop, you want to use hired purchase. Yep. All right, so you might have to pay a little bit of the deposit first, then the bank will lend you certain money to pay up for the entire laptop. All right, but laptop is actually still quite okay. So we are talking about those big items like car, house, and all this. Scary. It can be very, very expensive one. All right, so moving on to part C. What's the question looking for? You're supposed to calculate as a percentage the extra amount Kanga had to pay compared to the cash terms. All right, she got to pay how much extra? Oh, she got to pay 1,440 extra. That's the interest, right? She got to pay this 1,440 extra. All right, you have to make this into a percentage. All right, so 1,440 is the extra that she got to pay against the what? Cash term. Cash term, if she got cash, she will simply just pay 22,500. So the extra over the original, which is the cash term, times what? 100%. How come? Because the question wanted it as a percentage. So 1,440 divided by 22,500 times 100. All right. So she got to pay an extra 6.4%. All right. So that is the way to make the extra into a percentage. All right. She got to pay an extra of 6.4% if she wants to go for the hired purchase scheme. Okay? Okay, so you have actually learned the simple interest, the compound interest, the money exchange, and something called the hired purchase already. All right. The next portion we'll be doing a bit of, I think got one of the students that time was asking, don't know if it's Spider-Man or who. All right, talking about some distance, speed, time, some ratio, some rate question. Let's talk about that. All right, let's talk about that. So question 3 is something to do with speed. Oh, my favorite. They ask you to express 25 meters per second to what? Kilometer per hour. Very easy. Trust me. Trust me. So what do? I write this first. 25 meter. You know what is this per? This per means what? Divide. This per means divide like that. Per second. Per second means what? Per 1 second like that. Can you see? So I will purposely write from left to right, 25 meters per second is left to right. I purposely write as up and down. 25 meters per means divide 1 second. Per second means 1 second. Can you see? So I purposely write like that. It's equal to what? Question 1 is what? Kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour is the same thing like that. So now remember your conversion. Remember your conversion. What's there to remember? Meter to kilometer. How do you change a number from meter to kilometer? Is it times 1,000 or divide by 1,000? Jethro, you say it's 9 kilometer per hour. I think you short of 10. Answer is 90, Jethro, but good try. All right, I think the mistake is second to hour here. It's supposed to be divide by 3,600. Divide by 3,600. Be careful. Can? All right, it's not divide by 360. All right, so meter to kilometer, right, is what? Meter to kilometer is divide by 1,000. So I put divide by 1,000 here. Kilometer to meter is times 1,000. Meter to kilometer is the reverse, divide by 1,000. Hours to second. Hours to minute is times 60. Minute to second is times another 60. So it's times 3,600. But here, from second back to hour, divide by 3,600. So I put this down here first. Then 25 put where? 25 I put on top lah, because it's on top. I just do a copy and paste. 1, I just do a copy and paste. Press your calculator. Press your calculator. All right. So you press the fraction key first. Press the fraction key. 25 divided by 1,000. Press the down button. 1 divided by 3,600. 90 kilometer per hour. That's the answer. I love conversion. It's very, very fun. All right. It's very, very fun. Can? And do it this way. Every time it works, man. Trust me. Never bluff you. Okay? So moving on, 3B. EO. So these questions, right, the theme is on what? It's on Winnie the Pooh. We have Winnie, we have Kangol, we have EO. Oh, you all don't know who is Winnie the Pooh? Seriously? Different generation? Maybe lah, huh? Sad story. EO walks a distance of 1.2 kilometer. Wow. At an average speed of 6 kilometer per hour. So that's walking. Yes, Piglet will be coming out later. Doreen, you know? Very good. Hey, do you know, Doreen, Piglet is a boy or girl? Doreen, Piglet boy or girl? No, it's a boy. Piglet is a boy. Winnie the Pooh, right? Winnie is also a boy. Do you know that? So we have Winnie the boy. We have Piglet the boy. Tiger. Tiger is also a boy. Then we also have Kangol is the only girl, I think. Roo, the baby of Kangol, is also a boy. All right, and Christopher is also a boy. Yeah, so all these boys are always playing. All right, don't know why. EO is also boys. Yeah, EO is also a boy. There are 2 EOs. Are you sure? Okay, anyway, that's not important. It's not coming out for your exam. All right, that's not important. You are confused about part A. Okay, why confused with part A? It's just a simple conversion. All right. So down here, the normal conversion, right? Please write this down somewhere. From kilometer to meter, right? Kilometer, how to change to meter? You have to times 1,000. That's the basic conversion. Meter to kilometer is a divide by 1,000. Hours to minute is a times 60. Minutes to second is a times 60. Hours to second is a times 3,600. 60 times 60 is 3,006. Second to hour is divide by 3,006. Can you see? So this portion, you say that this portion you're okay. Hey, press calculator. Press the calculator. Press the fraction key first. Press the fraction key that's on top and below. All right, press the fraction key on top and below. On top, you press 25 divided by 1,000. And below, you press 1 divided by 3,006. It's 90. It's 90. Press the calculator. Nothing difficult. All right. Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3, Sec 4. Actually, every time can press calculator one. All right. So you don't have to waste your time by trying to use mentor. Can? I press my calculator just to let you know. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'll move on. So EO walks a distance of 1.2 kilometer. So moving on. Let me draw out the storyline. So we have this storyline. Okay. So starting is here. EO walks a distance of 1.2 kilometer. Wow. So this part is the walking. All right. And the distance walk is what? Distance is 1.2 kilometer. Cool. I like it in kilometer. At the average speed of 6 kilometer per hour, speed is equal to 6 kilometer per hour. Can you see or not? So all this information, I try to put it into my this diagram here. All right. My timeline is very useful. And he rested for 15 minutes. Okay. He rested. Down here, 15 minutes, rested. Hey, but down here, right, the question gives it in what? Rested for 15 minutes. I don't like it in minutes. I like to work in kilometer and hour. So what you do? You purposely change the what? Purposely change the minutes to hour. How? Minutes to hour means divide by 60. 15 divided by 60 is what? 15 divided by 60 is 0.25 hours. All right. You purposely change it to hours. Can? Okay. Then after that, what happened? He rested already. Then he runs a distance of 900 meters. Okay. Wow, you can run. My goodness. Run. A distance of what? 900 meters. But wait. I don't like meters. I like it kilometer per hour. So this 900 meter, I have to change to kilometer. Use your own initiative. Meters to kilometer, divide by 1,000. You go backwards 3 times. Is 0.9 kilometer. Okay, good. I'm happy now. I like it in kilometer. And the question say, oh, 3 minutes ah. Ayo, 3 minutes only ah. The time is 3 minutes. But what did I say? I don't like it in minutes. I like it in hours. So how? Minutes I need to change to hours. All right. So minutes, how to change to hours? All right. Minutes to hours. Hours to minutes is times 60. Minutes to hour, divide by 60. So 3 divided by 60. That will be what? 3 divided by 60 will be 3 divided by 60 is 0.05. 0.05 hours. Can you see? So now I'm comparing everything very fairly. I got hour, I got hour. I got kilometer, I got kilometer, I got kilometer per hour. Wow, very safe. I like it. Very safe already. So I know my story. So now I need to execute to get to the answer. How to do part 1? Question say, the time in hours EO takes to walk the 1.2 kilometer. Huh? Walk 1.2 kilometer? Time. How to find time? Oh, the magical triangle. Remember this? DST. How to find time? Time is equal to distance over speed. All right, remember this magical triangle? So distance is what? When we are talking about walking, we are talking about walking only. Okay, walking is yellow. Walking is yellow. So distance is 1.2 kilometer. And the speed, what's the speed? The speed is 6 kilometer per hour. Oh, very safe. Can you see or not? Look at the units. This is important. All right, kilometer must compare with kilometer. Can you see that? All right. And therefore, your answer is what? You press your calculator, 1.2 divided by 6. Answer is 0.2. Correct. 0.2 what? Hours. And the question wants it in hours. Very good. I got it. Can you see? Yes, Jethro. Yes, John, Paul. All right, you got 0.2 hours. That's correct. All right, so always look at the units. Units can be quite tricky sometimes. All right, just remember they have to be the same in order to do your comparison. All right, moving on, part 2. What did the question say? His average running. Hey, we're looking at running. Running is white color. Right, running is white color. Running. Looking at the average running speed. So the speed for the white color, speed is what? Speed is distance over time. Distance over time. Distance is 0.9 kilometer. 0.9 kilometer. And the time taken is 0.05 hour. 0.05 hours. And can you see not? Beautiful. The answer will give you kilometer per hour. Remember the divide means is a per. So eventually it will give you a kilometer per hour. Beautiful. Is that what the question wants? That is what the question wants. Press your calculator. 0.9 divided by 0.05. Beautiful. 18. 18 kilometer per hour. That is for the running speed. Can you see? So it's actually very simple. Once your line is drawn you can put in the story. Everything is up there. The question give you 2 things. You got to find the last thing. Question give you distance and speed. Find time lah. Question give you distance and time. Find what? Speed lah. Can you see or not? So always look for the odd one out. And the last question, part 3. Question is asking for what? His average speed for the entire journey. His entire journey got walking, got resting, got running. So that's called the entire journey. So the meaning of average speed, the meaning of average speed is equal to what? Is equal to total distance. Is equal to total distance divided by what? Total time. All right, that is the meaning of average speed. Total distance. Oh, total means everything, including the walking and the running. Okay, so he walked how long? He walked for 1.2 kilometer. Rested means never move lah. All right, and he ran. He ran for what? He ran for 0.9 kilometer. Can you see not? Be fair in your units comparison. Kilometer works with kilometer. And the whole thing divide by what? Divide by the total time. Total time, okay, when he's walking, right, the time that he requires is here. Can you see? All right, when he's walking, the time that he requires is 0.2 hours. Plus, okay, the rested time. Rested time is the one in green, 0.25 hours. Plus, the running time. Running time, he ran for 0.05 hours. Can you see the color coding? It has been very consistent throughout, right? As best as I can. Then what you do? Press your calculator. Press the fraction key. On top, press 1.2 plus 0.9. Bottom, press 0.2 plus 0.25 plus 0.05. All right, press equal. And the answer come out 4.2. Beautiful. Kilometer per hour. And that's your average speed. All right, so the meaning of average speed means total time, including the rest time. Yes, Sherman, you got it. Smart girl. All right, so very easy question. Distance, speed, time, okay one. Nothing to fear. All right, just draw out the timeline. Then nothing will go wrong one. Trust me. Okay? Okay, one more question. Question 4. Distance, speed, time again. This is talking about tiger and piglet. Okay, so what's happening? So we have a town A and town B. Okay, so let me draw out the idea here. Okay, so this is town A and this is town B. Okay, so what's the story? What's the story? So they are 168 kilometers apart. Okay, so the distance from town A to town B is 168 kilometers. So all this is fixed. Tiger, which is another boy, boy tiger, left town A at 6:30. Okay, so tiger, let me draw with orange, with yellow. So tiger, I can't draw tiger, all right? So tiger, all right, at 6:30 a.m. left town A for town B. So this is the story. Let me go and take a look a little bit about what? More clues? All right, travel at an average speed of 56 kilometers per hour. So the speed here is 56 kilometers per hour. Okay, what else do we know? At the same time, Piglet left town B. Oh, Piglet, maybe we use a red color. All right, so Piglet left town B at 6:30 at the same time, left town B for town A. What's the speed? I don't know. But eventually what happened? Tiger and Piglet pass each other at 8:15. 8:15 means around here. I assume because Tiger is a tiger run faster, right? So I assume it's down here. All right, so Piglet runs slower. So this green line, right, is 8:15. Is 8:15. All right, so Piglet reaches here. All right, Piglet reaches here because Piglet is a bit slower. All right, and Tiger reaches here. So Tiger travel a further distance and they meet at this red color line. Sorry, they meet at this green color line. Can you see or not? Okay, so my question is from 6:30 to 8:15, how many hours and how many minutes is that? All right, that's my question. From 6:30, all right, to what? To let's say 7:30 here. This is like 1 hour. All right, but it's until 8:15. So down here, another half an hour. Half an hour will be 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock not enough, 8:15. Okay, another 15 minutes. All right, 15 minutes is what? All right, 15 minutes. If you want to write it in hours, right? Or in hours and minutes, it's like 30 minutes. Half an hour is 30 minutes. So it's like total is 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, 1 hour and 45 minutes. But I want to give it in terms of hours. 1 and what? Minutes to hour is like 45 divided by 60 hours. All right, if you press your calculator, it's 1 3/4 or 1.75 hours. All right, so this is just some basic conversion. All right, so 6:30 to 8:15, 8:15 is 1.75 hours. All right, I slowly break it down for you already. So find the distance traveled by Tiger. So Tiger distance by Tiger is how much? Distance is equal to, remember the magical triangle? DST, speed times time. Speed times time. The speed of Tiger is 56 kilometers per hour. The time is 1.75 hours. Can you see not? Hours and hours, then you can compare. Hours and hours, then you can compare. That's fair. All right, you press your calculator, you should get is it 45? No, 98 kilometers. 56 times 1.75, 98 kilometers. All right, so the first answer is 98 kilometers. Jethro, you're right. All right, your part A is 98. Your 4B is what? 4B is 40 and your 4C is 4 hours. Your 4C is wrong, Jethro. Find the time Piglet arrived at town A. So be careful. You need to find the time. What time he arrived, not how long he took. Be careful, Jethro. All right, so 4A answer is 98 kilometers. Clear? So that's the distance that is covered by what? Covered by Tiger. All right. So am I right or not? So Piglet cover how many kilometers? 168, right, is the total distance, minus Tiger 98. 70 kilometer lah. I'm right. So piglet travel lesser. So piglet must be slower lah. Okay, so having to know this, okay, let's look at my picture. Let's look at part B. All right, let me have my part B. Hey, wow, so nice the diagram. Can you see or not? Can you see tiger and piglet? Right. So my drawing also not bad lah, huh? Okay, so what do we know? We know that the distance is 98 kilometers from the previous question. Find the average speed of piglet. So how to find average speed? Okay, speed is what? All right, so speed is equal to distance divided by time, right? Okay, but we don't have a distance. I just found out, right? So distance down here is what? Distance is actually equal to 168 minus the 98 that is covered by tiger because they meet, what? All right, so that will be 70 kilometers, right? All right, so the speed of piglet will be 70 kilometers. And how long? What is the time? Tiger took 1 hour, right? 1 hour, what? 1.75 hours. Tiger took 1.75 hours. Piglet also took 1.75 hours. All right, the time never stops one. Both of the time will continue to run. 70 divided by 1.75, that will give you a 40. 40 what? 40 kilometers per hour. That is piglet's timing speed. Sorry. Is that okay? All right, so that's easy one. Again, right, they give you two things or they give you something missing. You just got to go with minus. I take the distance minus of tiger to find piglet. Then after that, the time that they travel, right, is the same 1.75 hours. It's still the same 1 hour, 45 minutes. All right, it's still the same time from 6:30 to 8:15. Why? All right, so the time passed for you, the time passed for me also. While you're doing something, I'm doing something also. All right, it's not that you're doing something, everything stop. Cannot be. All right. So it's the same 1 hour and 45 minutes, which is 1.75 hours. So kilometer divided by hours, kilometer per hour, answer is 40. No? Easy. Next, what do you have? All the information down here already. Nice. Find the time piglet arrived at town A if he had traveled at the same speed for the whole journey, which is 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, 40 kilometer per hour, and the entire distance is 168. So I'm going to use the entire distance. So let's go and find the time taken. Time will be what? Distance divided by speed. Distance is 168 kilometer, the entire distance from A to B, divided by the speed, 40 kilometer per hour. And check this out. Check this out. Check what? Check what? Check the units. Kilometer, fair not? Very fair. 168 divided by 40, that will be what? 4.2 hours. Yes, this is 4.2 hours. However, question is looking for what time? What time? Find the time piglet arrived at town A. All right, find the time. So he started at 6:30. 6:30 plus 4.2 hours. Hey, what is 4.2 hours? Oh, 4.2 hours means 4 hours and how many minutes? 0.2. 0.2. What is 0.2? Press your calculator. 0.2. Hour change to minute times 60. Oh, 12 minutes. Do you know that? Somebody still have this idea. 4.2 hours means 4 hours, 2 minutes. No, stop it. All right, primary 4, primary 5, you make those mistakes, understand. But you are in sec 1, sec 2 already. Don't make that mistakes already. All right. 0.2 hour is not 2 minutes. You don't write 4 hours, 2 minutes, please. 0.2 hours change to minutes. Hours change to minutes times 60. 0.2 times 60. 0.2 times 60 is a 12 minutes here. Be careful. Can? All right, so you draw your timeline again. Yes, Shamin, you're right. 10:42. All right, 10:42 is the right answer. All right, I think the who also got it. The Jetro also got it before that. All right, so you start at 6:30. Let's plus a 4 hours first. All right, plus a 4 hours. That will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10:30. Not enough. You still need to plus another 12 minutes. All right, 12 minutes. So down here will be what? 10:42 hours. All right, that's the answer. In a 24 hours clock setting. All right, 1042, that's the correct answer. Easy one. So distance speed time, not that difficult one. Okay, you just draw the picture and you just tell yourself the story. All right, primary 6 one, oh my goodness. That one is difficult. Primary 6 questions, I tell you, those are headache. But sec 1, not so difficult one. All right, primary 6, they ask you what? This person travel faster than this person. Started off at 5 minutes earlier. Then when this one reach don't know where, this one is still halfway. Then find out what's the distance between here. Wow, I tell you, damn difficult one. All right, so I never like to do primary 6 speed, distance speed time, because it's very tough. right? Hey, but this year, just to let you know, this year, because of the COVID-19, right, PSLE, right, they took out one of these big topic, which is distance speed time for the P6. So this year, the P6, I think they have an advantage, all right? Because for them, right, the distance speed time is not tested, which is a big topic now, which is a topic which I got so much headache on now. So that one is not tested already there. So lucky them. So distance speed time not tested for them. What the 3-dimension the cube, you have to open up the cube, the net of the cube. That one also not tested. Then pie chart also not tested. Wow, I tell you. So this year the P6 student, right? I don't know. I think they are quite lucky. So they better do well, man. All right. Hey, anyway, I'm just talking too much. So question 4, okay? Question 4. Okay, moving on. Question 5. Ratio, my favorite. Yeah, everything my favorite. Do you know that ratio and fractions are friend one? Ratio, right? You can write things like 1/2. This is fraction. Sorry. Fraction, right? Do you know that ratio can be written as 1:2? So fraction and ratio friend. Fraction is on top below. Ratio is left and right. Simple as that. Trust me. So what does it mean? It means that x is to 14, right? Can I write it as x over 14? Can. 10 is to 21. Can I write it as 10 over 21? Can. Equal sign in the center? Like that, lor. What are you looking for? You're looking for x, right? Find x, solve for x. Single fraction equals single fraction cross multiply. So what you do? Simply, you just cross multiply. 21 times x, 21x. 14 times 10, 140. Question is looking for x, find x lah. In the center of 21 and x is a multiplication. So times you bring it across will be a divide. 140 is there, don't touch it. All right. So 140 divided by 21 is a fraction, it's okay. Answer will be 6 2/3. X will be 6 2/3. So easy. Yeah lah. So don't stress yourself. Fraction and ratio, same. Use the ratio to assist you. Jethro, don't write 6.67. If you can present it as a fraction, always present it as a fraction. Why? Fraction is the most accurate, precise, exact answer. And you're talking about math here. Math is best to be what? It's best to be precise. So if you can give as a fraction, always give as a fraction. Because that's the exact answer. If you give as 6.66667, it's not good enough. Yeah. So if you can put it as a fraction, will be very good. Can? Fraction is the number one choice, just to let you know. All right, so part B, what's next? Oh, easy. What do you see? Single fraction equals single fraction cross multiply. This is one step one. Be careful. What do you do? Cross multiply lah. So you can simply just take your 2 times this one, 4 times this one. So you have 2 bracket A minus 3B is equal to 4 times B, 4B. All right. So you say that, I want to expand. You can expand. So 2 times A is what? You do your what? Distributive method, right? Or your rainbow method. 2 times A is 2A. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6B. Is equal to 4B. I like to bring all the B to one side and all the A just to put on one side. All right. So my 2A I put down here. Minus 6B I bring across. Plus 6B. 4 plus 6, 10B. Okay. Happy? Happy, yeah. Okay. So now what the question wants? What the question wants? Question wants what is A is to B. Question wants what is A is to B. Just now I did say, right? Fraction and ratio the same. All right. A is to B is a ratio. I want A over B like that, cannot? Is it the same thing? The question is looking for A is to B. Can I say that the question is looking for A over B? Same. Fraction, ratio the same. So here, I want A over B. I don't care. How do I get A over B? This is what I call reverse cross multiply. Reverse cross multiply. I say many times already, mathematics is all about these two directions. Going forward and going backwards. Now, if I give you A over B, you must tell me what over what. What's the answer? Is it 2 over 10? Or is it 10 over 2? Answer is 10 over 2. How come? Because if I cross multiply, what do I get? 2 times A, 2A. Correct, what? B times 10, 10B. Correct or not? Correct. All right, so cross multiply, you know. But do you know the reverse cross multiply? Practice on it. Because question 1, A is to B. What is the meaning of A is to B? It's actually A over B. All right, so I want to find A over B. But how do I find A over B? All right, I need to reverse cross multiply. Because down here, very dangerous. Many people, right? Many people have this idea. They say that 2a is equal to 10b, right? Many people will say this. A is to b is 2 is to 10. Is that true? That is incorrect. That is wrong. All right? Many people have this idea. 2a equal to 10b. You say that A is to B is 2 is to 10. Because you conveniently put them together. You conveniently put them together. It's totally wrong. This is a bad, very bad thinking. All right? Do not make that mistakes. I know some of you make that mistakes before. All right? So what happened is you purposely put it as a fraction. So after you put it as a fraction, right? A over B is equal to what? 10 over 2. Can you reduce to the lowest term? 5 over 1. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Can I say that A is to B now? A is to B is equal to 5 is to 1. Can you see that? A over B is the same as A is to B. 5 over 1 can be written as 5 is to 1. The equal in the center, the equal in the center. So the answer is actually what? The answer A is to B is actually equal to 5 is to 1. And not 2 is to 10 or 1 is to 5. Can you see it now? Be careful. This is totally wrong. All right, so many people will make mistakes down here also. Be careful. Okay? Okay, moving on. If the ratio of A is to B is half is to 1/3, find the ratio of B, find the ratio of A is to C. Oh, I think it's quite simple. All right, so we have A is to B is equal to half is to 1/3. I don't like fraction. So how? Get rid of the fraction. Equivalent ratio means that whatever you times on one side, you can times on the other side. Looking at the denominator, 2 and 3, I times what? LCM, lowest common multiple. 2 and 3 is a 6. All right, Celestine. This is the answer. Answer is 5 is to 1, not 1 is to 5. Okay, can Okay, part C. So half and 1/3. I don't like the fraction. So how? Get rid of it lah. How? You can do something called multiply on. You can do something called multiply by a number in both sides. So how? 2 and 3. LCM is a 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9. 6 repeat itself. Yes. So you can do it. Do what? Times 6 here. Times 6 here. It's perfectly okay. All right. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. Half times 6 will give you a 3. 1/3 times 6 will give you a 2. All right, so A is to B is actually 3 is to 2. So here you can actually write out A is to B is to C. A is to B, you can write 3 is to 2. And you are given B is to C as 4 is to 9, right? Never mind, write it on the second level. 4 is to 9. B is supposed to be the same person, right? How come got one number is a 2 and the other number is a 4? Not fair. Yeah lah. So how? Make it fair lah. How do you make it fair? All right, how do you make it fair? So the 2, you have to times 2 to make it the same number. Remember, if you times 2 for the B, the A you also must times 2. That is fairness. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side. 2 times 3 is a 6. 2 times 2 is a 4, and it's a 4 here. 9 is here. Yes. So question is looking for A is to C, right? No problem. I already got my answer already. So A is to C is given as 6 is to 9, right? 6 and 9. Woo! Answer. Got it. Thank you, Charmaine. You reminded me. Must reduce to the simplest form. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So answer will be a 2 is to 3. And students must reduce to the simplest form. Your teacher don't like 6 is to 9. Your teacher like 2 is to 3. Give your teacher what they want, right, to secure the marks. All right, so this is the standard we Singapore always practice. Since primary school, we always give to the lowest term. Correct or not? Yes, right. Okay, so hopefully you can understand what is happening here. Okay, copy ready? All right, part C is very simple. Part C is like the what the primary 5, primary 6 kind of question. Got see before, right? Yep. Okay, question 5D next. Simple. Express the ratio of 450 meter to 3 kilometer in its lowest term. Ratio. So 450. When you compare ratio, remember the units must be the same. Meters and meters. Okay? 3 kilometer. Kilometer to meter times 1,000. 3,000. You see, you must compare meters with meters to be fair. So how? Reduce to the lowest term. Can press calculator? Can. Is 2, right? The ratio can be written as fraction. So I purposely press 450 over 3000. 3 over 20, answer lor. And this is the answer. Without the units. All right, without the units. Yes, Doreen. Answer is 3 is to 20. Can? Okay, so question 5 done one. Next, question 6 and 7 is related to something called rate. All right, let's try to finish all these questions. Then there will not be any homework. Can? Rabbit. Oh, yeah. Rabbit is also part of Winnie the Pooh. Rabbit is a guy also. Sorry, ladies. I don't know what's wrong with, yeah, I don't know. Rabbit works in a factory and is paid a basic salary or basic rate of $12 per hour. All right, means that the normal rate she's paid is $12 per hour. Overtime means what? Means that, for instance, you work from 9 to 5. All right, but that is your normal hour. Then 5 to 6, if you work extra, that's called overtime. Or sometimes if you go to the office on Sunday is supposed to be a rest day. All right. If you go to the office on a Sunday, there's supposed to be a rest day, but you're working on a Sunday. So there's something called overtime. Overtime pay is what? It's 1.5 the basic rate. So the basic rate is $12, right? What is 1.5 times the basic $12? That will give you $18 per hour. This is for overtime. OT means overtime. Can? So if you go and work overtime, it is $18 per hour. If you work normal time, it's $12 per hour. Actually, that's quite a lot. Yeah. Right. Yes, Jethro, both your answer is correct. Good job. In a certain week, Rabbit earns $786. If she works 17 hours overtime, okay, 17 hours times the overtime. Overtime is what? $18 per hour. All right. It's how much? 17 times 18, 306. Which means that the remaining money is the normal time lah. All right, but she totally earns 786 minus the 306. All right, that will give you a 480. This 480 is your what? Is your basic time. All right, basic rate. All right, this is your overtime. OT means overtime. Your basic, right? 1 hour is $12. So you take 480 divide by what? 1 hour, $12. Every hour is $12. And that will give you a 40 what? 40 hours. That's the answer. Calculate the number of hours she worked, all right, for the basic rate. Answer is 40 hours. All right, not $40. Wait, Jethro, 40 hours. Can? Easy? Easy. All right, rate is quite okay, not to worry. All right, rate, speed, ratio, all these are very, very nice to do topics. Moving on. 6B. In another week, remember $18 is overtime. All right, normal hour is $12. This is basic. In another week, she earned $882. Okay. 1/3 of the time. Oh, careful. What's the meaning of 1/3 of the time work? 1/3 of the time work means that, right, in total, right, she worked what? Remember in primary school? The 3 represents what? The time work. The total time work. 1 is the what? 1 is the overtime. Oh, you can draw units, model. Okay, can you win? All right, so down here, basic versus overtime. All right, 1/3 of the time work was overtime. So 1 unit, all right, out of the 3 total unit, 3 total unit includes what? The overtime and the basic. So inside already got 1 that is overtime. So basic is 2 units, correct or not? You must be able to talk to yourself about this, the fraction 1/3. All right, the 1/3 means what? 1 out of 3. The 3 is the total, which includes the basic and the overtime. The 1 includes the overtime only. Can you see? All right, so everything down here, all right, she will earn a total of how much? $882. Okay, but wait, basic, right, she will earn how much? Down here, she will earn $12. Down here, she will earn $12. Overtime, she will earn $18. All right, so this is like one set. This is like one set. So one set, right, is how much? $12 plus $12 plus $18. All right, that will be 1, 2, 3, $42. All right, so one set of 2 basic hours and 1 overtime hours is $42. Total, she was paid $882. Total, she was paid $882. All right, so $882 divided by how many sets of 42 are there? Divide by 42. All right, 882 divided by 42. Okay, answer will be 21 sets. So there are 21 sets of this happening. There are 21 sets of this happening. Question is asking, calculate the amount she earned at the basic rate. So every one set got 2 basic. Every one set got 2 basic. 21 set leh? 21 set got 2 also. 21 times 2 is 42 what? Basic hours. Can you see or not? 42 basic hours. And one basic hour is what? One basic hour is $12. So 42 basic hours, 42 times 12, that will give you how much? Did I calculate wrongly? Wait, it's all. She earned at a basic. Wait. Down here got problem already. Sorry. My fault. These 21 sets, right? Yeah, these 21 sets, right? Answer is 504. Jethro, you're right. I'm sorry. All right, these 21 sets, right, is what? 21 sets of this. All right. So inside basic, right, down here is how much? 12 plus 12 is what? Yeah. So the basic for one set is 12 plus 12 is, or 12 times 2 is $24. I blur already. All right. So there's 21 sets of this. So it's just simply 21 sets times what? $24. I think too much already. 21 times 24. Yes, 504. That's the proper answer. All right. All right. So it's like every one set must have what? 2 basic hour and 1 overtime hour. So inside one set consists of $42 because 2 basic is like 12 plus 12, then 1 overtime is plus 18. What? All right. So one set is 42. So you must question yourself, inside your $882 that she earned that week, how many 42s are there? 882 divided by 42, there are 21 sets of this thing. All right. And inside this, right, consists of what? $24, which is from basic. Okay. So 21 sets times $24 is 504. That's the basic amount that she earned. Calculate the amount she earned at a basic rate. Can you see? All right. Okay. And the last question, question 7. Ken, let's finish it. In a science experiment, right, the temperature in the laboratory was set to increase at a steady rate in order to support the study of COVID-19 virus. Okay, Ken. At 22:45, means 11:45 hours on Tuesday, the temperature in the room was -4 degrees Celsius. So usually for temperature, right, I like to draw this temperature line out here. All right, I like to draw a temperature line like this. Okay. So what is happening? So -4 degrees Celsius is below. So I call this -4 degrees Celsius. All right, at what? 22:45. 11:45 on what? On Tuesday. All right, it's -4 degrees Celsius. Then slowly it starts to increase. By 11:15. By 11:15 means in the morning, 11:15, this is Wednesday. What happened? The temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. Question say, calculate the differences. Oh, what's the meaning of differences? All right, to me, the meaning of differences means what? Big minus small. Big minus small. So you got 21 and -4. Who is the bigger number? 21 lah. 21 minus the smaller number, -4. Put the -4 in the bracket. Oh, negative is plus 25. Correct. Spider-Man, you're right. All right, so the answer is 25 degrees Celsius. All right, remember differences is big minus small. All right, very simple. Can? Okay, next. All right, this one I draw. This one I purposely draw a 0 degrees. Easier to see. The rate of increase of the temperature. The rate of increase means what? In 1 hour, the temperature increased by how much? All right. So down here, from -4 to 21, right, is an increase of what? Just now we found the difference is 25 degrees Celsius. All right. From -4 to 0 is 4. From 0 to 21 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25 degrees Celsius. All right. From 22:45 to 11:15, how many hours is that? So I count. 22:45 is 10:45. 10:45. 11:45. midnight 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45, 4:45, 5:45, 6:45, 7:45, 8:45, 9:45, 10:45. There's 12 hours. 10:45 got 12 hours already. 12 hours, 10:45, 10:45 to 11:15. All right, 12.5 hours. Can you see not? 12.5 hours, 12.5 hours. All right, so from 22:45 on Tuesday, 10:45 p.m. on Tuesday to 11:15 morning on Wednesday is a 12.5 hours. So it simply means that 12.5 hours, all right, in 12.5 hours, the temperature goes up by 25 degrees Celsius. You compare, right? Same, fair. In 1 hour, leh? All right, 12.5, how do you get to 1? Divide by 12.5. 25 divided by 12.5. Yes, Doreen, you're right. It's 2. It's 2 degrees Celsius. All right, so you increase by what? The rate of increase is 2 degrees Celsius per hour. This is called the rate of increase of the temperature. Answer is 2 degrees Celsius per hour. Easy? All right, so you find it on an hourly basis. Spider-Man is not 49.2. All right, the rate of increase means every hour, what is the increase? So every hour it increased by 2 degrees Celsius. Okay? All right, be careful. And the last question, part C. All right, part C, what do you have? The time and the day. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? When the temperature was at 8 degrees Celsius. So 8 degrees Celsius is around here. All right, let's put it here, 8 degrees Celsius. All right, so what is happening down here? All right, from -4, because the starting is down here. All right, the starting is down here. From -4 to 8. From -4 to 8, how many degrees Celsius is that? All right, so you can actually take the difference, 8 degrees Celsius minus 4 degrees Celsius. All right, that will give you 8 minus is plus 12 degrees Celsius. So there's a gap, there's a gap of 12 here. It increased by 12 degrees Celsius. Remember the rate. The rate is what? 1 hour, it increased by 2 degrees Celsius. Right? 12 degrees Celsius, leh? Down here is a times 6. Down here you also must times 6. 1 times 6 is 6 hours. Can you see? Oh, so that took place in 6 hours. Jethro, your answer is 4:45? Correct. But you never tell me, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Be careful, So down here, beginning is 10:45, right? 10:45. 10:45, you count 6 hours. 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45, 4:45. All right. So answer will be 0445. All right. Since they give us in the 24 hours clock, 0445 hours, and which day is it? It is on Wednesday already. This will be your answer. Can you see? The question asks you, yes, Charmaine, you're right. The question asks you the time and day. So the day is Wednesday lah. Cannot. All right, and this wraps up the entire questions from 1 to 7. Woo! Oh, tired. Right, hopefully you all learned something here lah, because we have been covering about the practical math for like 2 weeks already, last week and this week. All right, so for next week we shall see whether will there be lessons or not, because next week is like the starting of the school already for some of the students. So we are thinking of whether what's there to do. Okay, so if there is other if less lesson, please go to the our website and you can continue click on it. If not, then all right, hopefully all these lessons do help some of you, all right, in your lessons in your school also, to help you catch up also. All right, all these are considered quite okay topics, right? Okay, yeah, and that's it actually. That's it for me to you. If you want to practice a little bit more, you can actually log into our Sec 1 Math. All right, for those of you who have the package one, all right, you can actually look for lesson number 10 and lesson number 12. All right, on practical math. If you're in Sec 2, you can actually look for lesson 7 and lesson 16 on practical math. Worst come to worst, if you need to speak to me, right, you can actually WhatsApp me at 89330213 on math-related problem lah, Okay. Yep, that's all. There's no homework. Yes, there's no homework for this lesson. Okay. All right. Any one of you need me to go back to any of the questions, like question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you can copy anything? All right. If no, that actually the lesson end already. All right. Hope you all can really work hard lah. Don't give up any math question, if you need help, please just message me. If can help, I will help. Yeah. Then if there's a lot of questions and all this, we maybe can even have a lesson whereby there's like consultation, so you can have your question and I can help you answer that question and so on, something like that. Yeah. Question 5D. Okay, wait, question 5D for one of the students. Okay, here. 3:20. Okay. Yep. All right. That's it for today's lesson. Okay. In the meantime, stay safe and be good. Don't be naughty. Okay. Bye-bye.